Persona 4 is the worst Persona game.
Hi! So, as most of you know, I'm not a huge fan of Persona 4. I wasn't always like this, and in fact, it used to be one of my favorites like a year ago. However, my opinions have changed since then. There's plenty of reasons I dislike the game, and I could probably talk about it for like a while. So yeah, that's why I made this. It was just like, oh yeah, I want to do this. That'd be pretty funny, I think. Anyways, this video will contain spoilers for Persona 4, so if you care at all, stop watching, please. Don't complain about it. Homophobia the game follows the modern Persona formula when it comes to story, where there's social links that are separate from the main stuff. I'll talk about the main story in a second, but the main issue I have with Persona 4 is the social links. One thing I will say that they fixed is the whole being forced to date everyone you have a social link with in Persona 3, but that's really the only good thing I have to say. They somehow managed to make the social links more forgettable than the worst ones in Persona 3. There's like some cool characters, sure, but none of them really come close to the peaks in Persona 3. And of course, I think the main party having social links is really stupid story-wise. A good amount of their character development is outside of the story, and most of the things you even do in that never come up in the main game. This is a problem I have with 3 and 5 too, but I think the cast in those games are better, so it's not as bad. And oh yeah, the cast, it's pretty disappointing. I've heard a lot of people say it was the best cast in the series, but I don't really see that at all. I only really liked Kanji and Naoto, and the rest were just kind of there. Adachi and Dojima are cool too, even if I feel like the surprise with Adachi's reveal was gone because of the spoilers I saw on the internet. I swear, some of the most spoiled things in games is like Aerith's death and Adachi being the killer. Rise is by far my least favorite, and it doesn't help that a lot of people who like her are usually weirdos who are completely obsessed with her. If you're on Twitter, you know a bit about that. Yeah. The gameplay is largely the same as Persona 4, with you going through dungeons and fighting generic-looking shadows along the way. A lot of Persona 4 fans say it's a lot better than Tartarus, and I don't really see that. They're virtually the same thing, just with a different coat of paint and different bad songs. They may have like a puzzle every now and then, but they're really basic and really annoying. At least in Persona 3, they were pretty simple to go through, even if it was really boring. Both of them are really bad, but to be honest, I'd rather have 3s. Because at least I can get Fuga to change the music. Also, physical moves are kind of broken in this game. Oh yeah, did I mention it was kind of easy? Yeah. Persona games aren't really known for being difficult, but even then, this one's probably one of the easier ones. That can be good or bad depending on who you are, but for me it's a bad thing. Music tastes are subjective, but here are my thoughts on the soundtrack. It's probably the weakest one. It's not bad, it's not great. It's just kind of average and boring. There's like a few songs I like, such as Signs of Love, Heaven, and Pursuing My True Self, but otherwise it's just kind of eh. You know what songs I can't stand though? Most of the TV World song. Backside of the TV is absolutely horrible, and I'm tired of staying quiet about it. The only good version of it is the one in Persona 4 Dancing, which, unlike Persona 4, has a pretty decent soundtrack. Most of the other dungeon themes are horrible, like First Block of Tartarus bad. The only real good ones are like Mitsuo's and Naruko's. The day themes are fine, but I still think Persona 3 and Persona 5 had much better ones. And the battle themes are just kinda there too. Not a huge fan of either Reach Out to the Truth or Time to Make History, but at least the Persona Q battle themes are good, I guess. These aren't really major problems, just like things I don't really like. Yellow is an ugly color. Sorry to all you P fans, but it's just very visually unappealing to me. The character interactions can range from kinda cool to really annoying. A lot of people say it can feel like a slice of life anime, and I don't really like those. I've always hated like the r/anime memes type of humor, and that game has a lot of it. It's like, you baka, ooh woo. Okay, so all in all, would I say Persona 4 is a bad game? No. Would I say it's a really good one? Not really. It falls flat compared to other games in the series. While it fixes some issues with Persona 3, the negatives kind of outshine the positives. Feel free to disagree, and even if you want to, you can harass me on Twitter if that's what you're feeling like today. I'm sorry I haven't really been uploading that much in the past 2 weeks. School is just finishing up, so I wanted to make sure I had at least B's before the school year was over. And hopefully now that summer is coming up, I'll be able to up a little more stuff and get better at editing. Shoutouts to my mutuals that actually like Persona 4. I don't know how y'all put up with my jokes, but hey, I mean, I'm not complaining.